What's up, everyone? So today we're going to have a look at two Z-mount adapters that present an interesting value proposition between the two. Today's showdown, we have the Neewer adapter at $230 before tax versus the generic AdPlo one for $20 Canadian. Yes, the price difference is quite vast. There's no questions about it. The Neewer one is giving me headaches. The biggest issue with it currently is that it just doesn't sit right on the mount, causing the lens to fall off, which I mean is a massive issue. It's about as big of an issue as you could possibly have with an adapter. So now here's a breakdown. If you do decide to switch over to a dumb adapter, what you're losing. Obviously, manual focus only. And in this video, I'm going to be using a manual focus Voigtlander lens, so no problem there. No lens info in your shots. Also, with a dumb adapter, you're going to need a lens with an aperture ring. So make sure that your lens has that, which is not entirely too common with Sony E-mount lenses. So you're going to have to find one with an aperture ring. There will also be no stabilization. So make sure your hands are nice and steady. We're going to do some example shots later on in the video, showing you exactly what you can expect if you want to use it for just walking shots or potential vlogging scenarios. And yes, you will also be losing automatic lens corrections. If you're like me though, you probably won't need all those fancy features, and paying $210 less could be potentially worth it. And that's not even to mention the Megadap one that goes for over $400 Canadian. I've been a little surprised to notice that there's not even a dumb mount adapter for sale on Amazon Canada. Obviously, not a lot of people have went this way and are opting towards the smart adapters. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like to manually focus, but there's also a lot of people that own old Voigtlander lenses and other Sony E-mount lenses without autofocus that this could be particularly useful for. Let me show you now some of the fitment issues I'm having with the Neewer adapter. This is the Kohler Skopar Voigtlander 21mm 3.5 lens. I'm going to show you exactly what sort of issues I'm having with the Neewer adapter now. When I try to tighten the adapter onto the lens, it has some connectivity issues that don't allow it to lock onto the lens properly, causing the lens to fall off. Now, with the generic dumb adapter, it feels as good as any native adapter or native lens on any mount. Here are now two examples of the adapters and how they fit on body. This is the generic branded adapter first. As you can see, it comes off and goes on quite easily if I can get it in the right spot. Now switching over to the Neewer one, after I quickly pop this clip, releasing the lens. Sometimes it's a bit of a struggle, but it is secure, which is important. Now onto this Neewer one, there's no way to put it other than it's a complete hassle trying to get it on. I don't believe it fits properly the Voigtlander mount I have. I'm not sure, because it is a native Sony E-mount lens. I shouldn't be having issues, but clearly there's something going on here. So now I'm using this lever on the side to try and allow the mount to grip onto my lens, and you can clearly see that there's some sort of issue with this Neewer mount on this FE lens. Now again, back onto the generic adapter, goes on no problem. goes onto the body even easier, just like that. It clicks, it's on. Secure. More importantly, secure. After having lenses fall off with the other one. Using a manual lens, let's try walking forward with no stabilization. We will try to stabilize this in post. Turning on the stabilization now. Testing it now with my arm extended. Gonna try and stabilize this in post. Hopefully it works out all right. As this wrapped up, I hope this brought some sort of clarity to maybe a few of you out there, whether or not you should go for the Neewer adapter or if you'd be just all right with the dumb adapter. Personally, myself, I have several of these Voigtlander Sony E-mount lenses with aperture rings, manual focus only, so really there's no point for me to even have the Neewer one. Potentially, I consider down the road using Sony lenses as another option with autofocus, but with Nikon having such a great lens lineup, I'm not entirely sure I even really want to invest in the Sony system other than using these Voigtlander lenses, which I haven't, for the life of me, been able to sell online. If any of you have tried to sell any Voigtlanders locally, please let me know if you've had any luck with it, because the slower 3.5, I also have a 5.6 12mm lens. There's no selling them at all. Haven't even got a single message in regards to either of them. So now looking at the negatives that we experienced between the two, obviously this one didn't fit on my camera at all, so wasn't able to use it, but looking back at the positives with this dumb adapter, and potentially if this one worked, the biggest positive to me truly is that you have a nice, slim, compact adapter that will have your lens almost be like a native lens, taking up only this much space. Nikon is the only camera manufacturer that can adapt other mirrorless lenses. So to me, that in itself is a major plus with the system. Anyways, signing off for now. Hope you liked the video. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like me to try out, please let me know in the future, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.